although we have color vision, and although the screen that you're watching this on is in color, none of those are actually providing you color vision as it's intended. The reason that we have color vision at all, this goes back to a 2000 discovery of mine while I was at Caltech. We don't have a generic kind of color vision where we have cones that are sensitive to low wavelength and medium wavelength and long wavelength sensitive cones. Instead, we have a very low wavelength sensitive one that dogs have as well. Rather than having sort of the middle wavelength sensitive cone that all of the other mammals have, which is up in around 550, we have two over there. We've got one around 540 and one at around 560. They're side by side. That's a weird, peculiar thing, and it's not a good idea in terms of a generic spectrometer with only 3 parts, the ability to sample 3 parts of the spectrum. It's not good for finding fruit per se. It's not optimized for finding leaves in the forest or anything like this. It turns out what it is optimized at doing is letting you see the emotions on bear skin. By virtue of having that peculiar two different sensitivities at 540 and 560 nanometers, you need to have exactly that kind of sensitivity to see the variations of oxygenation of blood under the skin, how hemoglobin changes its conformation and how its spectrum looks as it gets more and less oxygenated. And you also need to be able to see just where there's more and less blood under the skin. That's variations in the concentration of blood. By virtue of having our 3 cones in those spots, we're able to see 2 dimensions, sort of a blue-yellow dimension and a red-green dimension, and we can get a sort of a 2-dimensional palette that helps us see state on the naked skin of others. It's an empath sense. Color vision is an empath sense that we evolved. In fact, nakedness and primate color vision simultaneously evolved, co-evolved. They are opposite sides of the same coin. This camera that you're watching this on, or this TV screen, this computer screen that you're watching this right now, sure, you see colors. Filters on your camera are uniformly distributed across the spectrum, which makes good generic sense. You want to just capture the different kinds of, to the extent that you can, with 3 filters, capture the variability across the spectrum, so you just sort of sample uniformly. But in doing so, you're not picking up the thing, the red-green signal that we evolved red-green for, above and beyond what the other mammals have, is to see those particular oxygenation modulations of blood under the skin to help us see the second dimension on skin, to let us see health and emotions and state and so forth. The cameras don't pick that up.